Trakksounds.
Let me see the truth. Let me see the truth.
What's up, it's your boy Trakksounds, live in Hot Mix Studios in Houston, Texas. Got my boy DJ Pain1. He sent me another one of those fire-ass drum kits. Damn That Hurt Volume 2. I made a little quick beat out of it a couple nights ago. Did some different things with it. Did a lot of percussion sounds and stuff like that out of it. So I'm gonna kind of go into some different ways that I made the beat and break it down for you and explain basically why this is one of the dopest kits you can possibly get. First thing I usually kind of start with when I'm making a beat, I usually kind of break down. I like starting with the instrument first, but just for the particular reason of this video, I went through the drum kit, found a couple sounds I like, started building up some things. I probably started with some basic drum patterns. I'm from Houston, so I like some slower tempos. I wanted to make a beat that was inspired by Houston, so people, kind of understand where I'm coming from. So I kind of started with the drum pattern. If I can find it, I'll go more. It probably wasn't as complex, that wasn't that complex, but it probably was like one kick and snare, because I like getting something just going. So then I started going in with these chords. I go to, this is kind of a secret one for me, is a Serum. It's a good VST. I started playing these chords. Something along that. I was actually an octave lower too when I did it, but this is kind of how it goes. Then I started probably going in. Once I get that main sound kind of going, I'll start going more in on the drums that I already kind of got a basis of, because I hate the metronome. That's why I get like basic drums going. So I'll go through some of the sounds I use in the drum kit, just so you can hear because all the sounds I'm using, percussion sounds, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if the 808, all the drums and stuff that I used in this, the risers and all, they're all from the kit. There was so many sounds to go through that I really kind of had to be selective. Where is the rhythm? That's one of the snares I used. There's another. There's a snare. There's a hit I used. And then I layered that under a kick. This is Geist, by the way, is what I do for my drums in Logic. And then there's one of the kicks I use. That's some of the drum, but this is just the basic drum pattern. So this is the basics, and then I layered a break. I have two different sections. That's my verse section. This is gonna be my hook section. I do with this break. It's like a little filtered drum break that's in the kit as well, and that tambourine. Then I picked out a tom sound I kind of liked. This is one thing I like to do a lot when I make beats. I pull out another one of my little weapons called Effectrix. About a good amount of people know about it, so it's not that much of a hidden secret anymore. This was the sound I used from Pain1's kit, and I just kind of layered it through. This is without any effect in it. And then when I put my effects on it, percussion sounds like that, especially when you have a slower groove. You can kind of go in on the percussion a lot more. These are the hats I used. This is, again, I like putting effectors on my hats sometimes too. This is pretty cool hats without even fucking with them, but this is with the effectors. So then now the beat's starting to come together a little more. So then I layered, this is one of my other favorite things to do, is take random vocal samples from random places. I'll get them online. Logic's got some, every program's got some, like get females to come in and sing them, take them from songs I did, and you know, like random places. So I kind of started going through some and I ended up on this one. So now it's starting to kind of build up a little more. I added a texture sound to the back of that pad just to make it sound cooler. This is the pad by itself. And so I added this sound behind it. Just to make it sound like a little trippier and stuff like that. Go ahead and went in with my 808s too. I like doing a lot of with 808s. I like doing a lot of drops and rising 808s and stuff. Logic's got a cool slowdown feature. I'll bounce the 808 down and then like add a slowdown on it if I can get it to play. Let's see. You know, then there's some drops in there too. So probably hard to hear on, you know, off of camera if you're not listening to the real audio, which will probably be playing at the end of the video. And yeah, so I did. There's the risers and there's a crash too in there. So you know, some different layering and sequencing of it I did. And then one of the next things I did too, just to show some different things of it, is I brought the talk box out and decided to add some like random stuff. Usually I won't use the talk box till I might add some sounds to it or something, especially if I have a good idea. But if it's just like an R&B song or some kind of song that really wants it, I'll do it after the song so I can have some lyrics and stuff to like go off of in it. But I was just messing around on this track and kind of came up with this yeah, it hadn't been, I just did it a minute ago. It hasn't even been mixed or anything like that really, so I'm gonna go in and show y'all just kind of how I was messing with that, and then pretty much was, you know, see how the beat kind of came about. Basically, the talk box, you have to record into a microphone. All it is it's just an amplifier that you send an audio signal from a keyboard from. So you have to have this as a cord, micro cord. I take my sound, you know, do some different stuff to it, sends it to this amplifier box over here, and it shoots it up through this tube. So you know, you can mess around with it, do all types of stuff, go in and cut it. I mean, everybody knows the famous. So, this is some stuff I usually I'll mess around with it just to add some different kind of spice on the beat. And yeah, that's pretty much it as to how I kind of accomplished this track. You know, shout out to homie DJ Pain1, one of my favorite producers ever. So I'm definitely honored to always work with him, and anything he needs for the videos and stuff like that. I knew instantly it was going to be easy to make something tight because the kits are amazing. Like, I've used his kits for years before I even knew him. Like, I was using the kits and stepping up my own game every single time. So definitely go get it. Damn That Hurts Volume 2. Damn That Hurts Volume 1's out. I've made plenty of beats on that. I got a video like that, so go check it out. Onyx Studios. We're out here in Houston, Texas.